Welcome to Behind Siege Episode 1. This is the series where I commentate over a little bit of background to tell you everything new in the season or in an update of Siege. Now, this video is a little long, but I hope you can stick to the end and find out all the information about the new season, Operation Shadow Legacy, and certain glitches that I did find, or my opinion. So I hope you enjoy, like, subscribe, stick to the end for a certain bonus I won't tell you. So, this is the new season. It has a battle pass, and, well, I already got a little bit through. As of this playing, it's about 3-4 days in. You might be watching it a little later, but as of this, it is September 12th. So, there's a pretty few good things in here. The starting bundle is always good, but my favorite thing in this battle pass is the Vigil headgear. It looks absolutely insane and looks like something that would beat me up. The new charms for each character are absolutely insane. They're only in the free battle pass, and I'm just so hyped. There is the blacksmith stuff from last season, and, well, it's in every battle pass. There's lots of packs. You make a certain amount of credits, boosters, so you better pop your boosters because you can make them back this season. There's lots of good charms and stuff you can get in here. Some of them are pretty stupid, but these ending skins are absolutely insane. The challenges for this season, well, blinding enemies, killing people with rifles, headshots, explosive kills, and destroying cameras. The easiest is destroying cameras, blind, then rifle kills, headshots, and then the explosive. In this, it's basically like every other one. You earn battle points for winning a match, losing a match, winning a round, playing ranked or unranked, and the VIP. If you leave, you don't get any of those points, and it needs to be in multiplayer, not terrorist hunt. The new operator is Sam Fisher, aka Zero, and he is absolutely insane. His Argus launcher is new to the game. It's basically a twitch drone that you can shoot through reinforced walls and has a camera on each side. It also shoots through soft breach if you need clarification. His new assault rifle is a new gun, which is the newest one we've seen in the game. We haven't seen anything, well, for a while since Cali's sniper. It has every new scope. The red dot is basically like the old red dot, but it's a lot clunkier, and I find it's just worse. The next is the holographic. Now, this is a complete rework of the red dot in holographic. The holographic is a lot more sleek, confined, and it's basically the old red dot with two lines on the side, like the Russian Reflex. There's the 2x scope that was added to the game because ACOGs were basically removed from the majority of the operators. The 2x scope is pretty insane, and I run it on a good amount of guns. It's a little less zoom. The ACOG is 2.5, and, well, this one's just a little lower. The 1.5 is an absolute beast. It's the red dot we were all looking for. But this time, we didn't get it on the red dot. Another weapon is the MP7 he has for a primary, and the 5.7 USG integrated suppressor. His gadgets are frag grenades and claymores. Majority of everybody will run frag grenades because who cares about claymores? Another thing they added is one more sight, the 3x sight, which is only for DMRs and is found on every single one. Because ACOGs were removed from majority of DMRs, they wanted to add something that was special for the DMRs that will encourage people to play them. So the 3x scope is the ACOG we were all looking for all along. It's absolutely insane. It's a beast. You should probably run it, and you should probably do that. It's insane. One thing they did is take the ACOG away from the majority of operators. Thatcher lost it for his L85. Twitch lost it for F2 and the 417. IQ may have lost it, don't know. I do know that Zophia's assault rifle did lose it. Same with Buck's rifle. That's one thing I do know. Somebody else might have lost it. I do know that Yana G36C lost it, and Ace's AK-12. Majority of defenders did lose theirs, such as Doc and Rook, and get-go, Bosch G is the only ACOG wielding operator. Majority of operators did get the 1.5 sight though, including the MP5SD and the MP5 for Doc. Rook did get the 2x scope, which is his compensation. Doc and Echo didn't get it because they were absolutely overpowered and shouldn't get it. Even though I am a Doc main, I do agree. The 2x scope, which is also on 0, is found on multiple operators, and Doc only has the 1.5, which is pretty sad. Now I'm not going to run Doc majority of the time unless it's basically like playing ranked and I need to help the team out. It's the 1.5 that we see all the time. The majority of operators did lose their ACOG, with Bosch G being the only one with it now on defense, which is an absolute bummer. Did get the 2x scope, which is pretty okay, with the buff for the AA12 also. The Chalet rework 24/7 is now out and is live. There is now a map ban system for ranked and unranked that you pick, that it randomly picks 3 maps and you have to ban them. Both teams get to pick and ban 1 map. But if both teams ban the same map, it's just a roll of the dice to see what's going on. And it usually favors the one on the left. The right one usually always gets banned, that I've found. Another thing is the sights here. You can now have sight color. It can change that in one thing I did find is that the sight color is a good change, because before you couldn't really see your sight. Like, people could concentrate on that red and they can keep that if they want, but personally I couldn't. Like, it was so hard to concentrate on that dull red because otherwise it would have blended into the map and certain lighting would make it super hard to see. But now with a light green, it's super easy to see because that color is not on any of the maps. It's just super enjoyable to have something that you can actually concentrate on while holding an angle for 7 minutes, because that's how you play the game. I'm joking. But that is something I really found that was absolutely amazing change that they did to the game. Some other thing is the change for the ADS sensitivity. Now it's preset to 50. So I'd have to change that, and another problem having is every time I log into Siege, it's resetting it no matter what it is. I could have it on advanced and it's resetting it back to 50 on standard, which means I have to do all my sites again, which is a problem, and I'm really not happy that that's a thing, and I hope that's not for everybody, but something that they can fix. Another thing is, with that ADS thing, it is such a good thing they've added, because before it was inconsistent between the sites. Now you can make it so if I have the 12 times Cali site, I can make it so it moves at 10 sensitivity, so it's super slow and precise from range. And I can have the ACOG for spawn peaks, so when I try to adjust it during the spawn peak, I'm not waving it around the map. And that's something that I do enjoy that they changed. But other things that they changed is with the standard at 50. Who has their ADS at 50? I just don't understand. That is such a high ADS sensitivity that the one time before I knew that it was resetting my thing all the time. Here I am in a clutch 1v4 situation and my thing's waving across the map, where normally it's set around 35 for a one-time sight. It was set at 50. And I'm like, why is my sensitivity doing that? I literally changed it this morning, but because I got off and did something else, when I relogged on, I'm going to have to change it all the time, which is another thing that was annoying. But something that didn't happen to me but happened to other people was their skins and guns being reset every update. Now, I'd find that super annoying if that was for me to have to go through every operator and equip it every single time, but that's something that just doesn't happen to me. And I'm glad, and I hope they fix the rest of that stuff that is happening with it, and that's just glitches or something that is completely not supposed to be there. That should be fixed, because that's something that is super annoying, but is bearable. Another thing with the new season is the sensitivity for the Argus launcher. Now that's Zero's new ability, but if I shoot it into the wall, I'd have to have dead zone absolutely in the sky to be able to use it without it going absolutely everywhere, which is a disappointment. But really, is it that hard to control a sophisticated device on your iPhone? Really, Sam? Is it really that hard? But that is something that is disappointing, that the sensitivity is so off on it, and that it's super hard to control. It would have been a good operator thing. It was such a thought well out idea for his gadget, but there are some flaws. Lots of things are wrong with it. It is an amazing thing. It does 5 damage. It is a laser gun like a Twitch. It can be shot basically anywhere. It has 2 cameras, one on each side of the wall. It's just such a thought out well idea, but there are some flaws. The sensitivity is one of them, and it's just a complete bummer. One thing they could do is really to bring the sound down, or make it so it's a lot quieter, because otherwise it's super loud and the sensitivity is terrible, so you can barely hit anything before it gets destroyed. There are some smart things, smart placements for it, or smart plays to be with it, but I haven't seen any Zero players actually use it, because Zero right now is just not the operator people are wanting to see. Wow, he's like a different operator that nobody expected. Everybody thought he was going to be amazing, but he is amazing, and then it just changed. So many things about him are not what people thought. His rifle was supposed to be just as good as the AK-12, and here we are with it just not comparing. With lower damage, lower fire rate, and of course the lower ammo. That's such a change. His pistol, though, I don't understand why they didn't give him a new pistol, his specialty pistol from Splinter Cell. Instead, they gave him the 5.7 USG that is weaker than the normal 5.7 USG with a suppressor, and his is integrated, so you cannot take it off, which is just absolute bummer. But the way he holds it is complete style. Him in general is such a good operator. Like, the way he was built, the way they brought him in as Sam Fisher, the Ubisoft classic, to add to their game as a DLC, it's just amazing. We all wanted to see Sam Fisher, and it's something we did get to see. It may have been underwhelming, but that was absolutely amazing. And I'm super happy that we got to see Sam Fisher, such an iconic Ubisoft character, get added to the best game ever, in my opinion. Another thing they did add is the reinforcement pool. Now, the reinforcement pool is an actually great idea to have it so roamers don't have to reinforce, or not being bugged by the teammate, or somebody AFK that the team needs them to put a vital wall up, otherwise the attackers are just going to be able to walk right in. Now, you can have one person for the whole prep phase, basically locking side down, while the rest do their other jobs. Like, they could have a mute. The mute can't reinforce because he's putting all his jammers down. The Jaeger's putting his ADSs down. The bandit's basically following the guy, reinforcing, putting all his electro wires down. Same with the Cade. And another thing is, the person doing the reinforcement pool could be somebody that anchors on site, like a Lardex. He places his armor down and then goes straight to reinforcing. Or maybe a Doc. Now that Docs don't really spawn peak because of 1.5 times sight, and their ACOG was removed, they could be anchoring on site. Most Docs do anchor after the spawn peak, but that's something that we're going to see. 3 armors now holding site down, because that's now their vital position as an anchor, while everybody else, like the Kavira and the Vigil, roam, while their Mute and Bandit are doing their other jobs. So you could have the Doc doing all the walls, everybody else is doing their other jobs, him locking down site, hopefully before the prep phase ends, and then now your team is set up. Doc can go back to holding an angle, Mute can hold site or roam, and then the last person can do whatever they want to do at the end. Now, that reinforcement pool is an actually great idea, and I thought that it should have came out earlier than it did. But it also is a disappointer that the Tachanka rework has not come out yet. Everybody was thinking it was going to come out. If it came out with Sam Fish, that would have been amazing. But a bummer that might happen is that Tachanka is the new operator next season because of his new rework, which is basically redesigning him. They're even redoing his icon to a grenade launcher, which is his now secondary ability, instead of his turret, which is his primary. That is something I'm actually super hyped for, spawn peeking on the new skyscraper with the Tachanka. Never done before, I know. And then, that's a big change that's coming. The new elite for Tachanka and the Buck Elite. 2 awaited long ones. But, from the leaks that we've seen, they're pretty bad. The Mad Max Tachanka and the bearded Canadian ski man that Buck is just looks like he's having a bad time. Looks like a homeless man robbed a ski resort and now staying there, but was picked up by the police and now has a new job. But less about the next season and more about this season. This season is going to be looking good, with the Battle Pass lasting at least over a month, which gives people tons of time for content and is just absolutely amazing. From the before, about 10 days of a Battle Pass. This means they don't really have to add as much during that time, and the live event can happen at least after that. This also means that the new arcade mode, which there's going to be 2 of this season, can come out in between there, so people can still get as much as they want, and people don't miss out on the Battle Pass. This is also a good marketing strategy. It gives people more time to buy that Battle Pass, so they in turn get more out of it. The 2 arcade modes, people have no idea, but community's hoping for that gold gun to come back out. The last one that they had last season was pretty bad. It was basically just ban the operator once you win. Pretty underwhelming, but the live event, like the Mute Protocol, should be coming out mid-season, around when the Battle Pass ended. Give a few weeks after that. Nobody knows what it is. We've seen the Grand Larceny event, we've seen the Wild West event, Mute Protocol. These are actually insane events that have come out and are absolute blast to play. But the glitches that were found, those ones are absolute bummers. The people that use the glitches, I'm happy that majority of them did get banned for it, which is pretty nice. As I did make a video on one of them, there was another, and I didn't want to post it because I felt like that was just not something that I wanted to do, and well, I'll refrain from doing it in the future, unless it's something that I know will get removed. The last one did not get removed, and was pretty annoying. But it was annoying that they did reset the timer for the event, so it was basically like seeing the background profile for a whole season. Another thing is the Battle Pass challenges. Those things are complete annoying. It's basically like the Call of Duty Modern Warfare get like gold. It's just the tedious like play for 100 hours looking thing. But this one, they're pretty easy, but if you want to get them done early to get the first amount of points that you can to grind that battle pass up quicker, are pretty challenging. To get explosive kills, that's one of the things most people don't get often. To get it with a C4 is such a rare occurrence, but I found the easiest way was to go Kavira and impact down people. Or if I was Sledge and I downed somebody, I would throw my grenade at them. That's something that I felt really worked well, and I got that done pretty quick. Rifle kills are another thing that is pretty easy. You just play on attack. Headshots, those things just come randomly, and, well, if you're good enough, you'll get that one done first. Another one is the cam one. Some people had trouble that I was playing with, had trouble getting that one done. And I find, well, it's pretty easy. You just play about 2 games and you'll have them done instantly. That one was pretty easy. Another one is blinding people. I found the best way was to go Ying or Blitz and just sprint my way around the map. Those are pretty easy, and if you can, you get them done in about 5 hours. I know that seems like a long time, but compared to other games, that's the quickest battle pass challenge grind in the world. And then if you take your time playing the game and not going for impact kills like I was, it might take double that time. Which is a little sad that it would take double the time even if you weren't going for it, but it's pretty easy nonetheless. Another thing is the battle pass itself is super easy. Even though the battle pass challenges only give you 850, which is about 150 points off ranking up, it is super easy to rank up. Playing unranked is one of those things. If you win and do good, you can have at least 2.5 levels. If you complete a challenge during that, that is 3 levels. That is some crazy stuff. And if you buy the Premium Plus pack, you get 13 extra things. Although you do lose R6 coins if you bought the Plus pack instead of buying it normal. If you buy it normal, I think you make around 1,400, and it only costs about 1,000, which is a plus, which means you can grind to that elite skin easier. Another thing is, with the battle pass, they give some good stuff. The filler content's good, and the free battle pass may have barely anything, but the stuff in it is absolutely insane. Like the charms. Those charms glow at certain angles or in the dark, which is good, and it's based on certain operators that are in that pass, which is nice because then you have it based for that certain operator. So this will be the end, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a little long, and you probably got pretty bored. If you made it to the end, you could hit like, subscribe, join the Discord, Cacti Gaming YT Lounge, or follow me on Instagram, Cacti Gaming, and I can send you an invite there through DMs. Also, join my PS4 community, CACTI R6, and you can have a chance to play with us in ranked or in casual and have a good time. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Peace.